At this
That
hour.
seems bonkers. Sending data. Boom. Ooh, Facebook was first this time.
It's like a race. It's kind
It
of
is.
It's kind of
It's a fun race.
interesting. It's like it keeps us on our toes.
Usually YouTube takes it first, but this time it was Facebook.
Nice.
Twitch is always last though.
Twitch will get around to you. It's like
Twitch is,
I'll be there.
yeah, don't worry about it.
You don't gotta concern yourself.
1, 2, 3. All right, we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the hype. It's good to see you, Barkley. I see ya. Thank you for jumping in first. Appreciate that.
Whoop whoop.
Well, we have just a ton of number ones. This is the hype that was brand new. All these things are ones. I wrote out little snippets for each one, except for the ones that are
Just
very
obvious.
simple. Yeah. Yeah, so we don't have to go over every single one.
I don't think that's true because there's one on there I have no idea what the hell that is.
We'll get to it.
Oh, I
You'll-
guess when I see the imprint,
Yeah.
that makes
yeah.
me.
Yeah, you'll know. Yep, you know.
Oh, I get it.
All right. Well, let's chat with everybody and show them what we got.
We
for
must.
new.
We must.
Yes,
It's the rules. This is the hype show.
that's right.
We're the I Want More Comics team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Keith. That is Richie.
Howdy.
He almost waved.
I did. That was a
Yeah,
wave.
he's there. He's there. We bring to you each Tuesday night those books that are new,
Yes.
fresh. So fresh and so clean, coming directly at you. And here's the point. Sometimes you just gloss over the rack. Sometimes you just miss something in between. Sometimes there's just too many images. Sometimes the rack overflows.
Yeah.
So we turn around and try to highlight to you, especially number ones, number twos, a little bit of hype, some things like that during this quick 30-minute show to give you an opportunity to see what's going on. We will flash up on the screen these issues along with any additional variant covers that they might have that we have in stock and ready to sell for you. You have the opportunity to reserve starting now, right? Meow. You could turn around and type into the chat what book you're looking for. Please be specific about the variant that you are looking for. That way we can make sure we get you the right book. At the end of the show, we will accumulate all of those requests and tuck them away nice and safely for you. You can, if they're with your hold slot, no problem. You got that there. If you don't have a hold slot, we still encourage you to participate and jump in with this. We will hold your books until the end of the day on Sunday. If you're not able to make it in, or if we're looking for this to just turn around and potentially be shipped to you, contact us. We can help with that. You can always reach us at orders at iwantmorecomics.com.
Mm-hmm.
I figure we should start talking about that.
Yeah,
'cause
probably a good idea.
since it's really tough, like we don't have a back and forth on, say, like,
YouTube,
Twitch and
yeah.
YouTube. But you can reach us there. You can reach us on the Facebook page, Instagram. You can send a carrier pigeon, but they're not reliable.
Yeah, they are not. 3 have died already. Never
Yep.
came to us. So
Guaranteed. So how about some books?
let's do it. Like I said, there are a ton, just a brick ton of number ones.
This is the week to pick something new if you're interested.
That's right.
That's the game.
You're like, man, I've been reading the same stuff over and over again. Well, all these are brand
We have
new.
got options. Jump on a new number one and all.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with Barbarella.
Yes, The Center Cannot Hold, issue 1. This is the second volume of the Barbarella series. This is Dynamite's imprint, and it is a Sweet Derek Chew cover. The story here is Barbarella has managed to escape the home world of the architects, but now she finds herself on a once thriving world long ago reclaimed by nature and people forever reduced to helpless foragers. But there's something else hidden on this world as well, an armed resistance. So I wonder which choice Barbarella will take, which team she might join.
I feel this is a very Richie cover because of the, like there's some kind of animal in the background there.
I do like
Ready
that
to go
animal for sure.
The Derek Chew cover is amazing.
Yes.
It is $3.99 if
Yep.
you're interested in that. Jumping over to
Also
Eam.
with number ones, I should point out that if you want, you can just take the number one, or if you know that that's just totally something you want, you can say add to series.
I feel like you specifically brought that up with this next book that I'm going to put in front.
You might be right.
Considering that I know there's a lot of people that might follow this writer
Uh-huh.
and jump on almost everything he does?
I think you might be right.
Is that like, did you have a
Yes.
planned segue kind of thing like that?
That is right.
That seems fair and all this. Phantom Road, #1 from Image Comics. Who am I talking about?
This is Jeff freaking Lemire.
Jeff Lemire here.
That's right.
Walter on the art.
I had
Also with
2 customers come in today thinking that this book came out because
Oh.
Lemire put it on his Twitter that it released.
and they're like,
I was like, that's tomorrow.
That's how the fandom do.
Uh-huh.
They got to rush out there for us. Phantom Road #1. I do have alternate covers available on this. What is this book about? Here's your pitch. Dom is a long-haul truck driver attempting to stay ahead of the tragic past. When he stops one night to assist Birdie, who has been in a massive car crash, they pull an artifact from the wreckage that throws their lives into 5th gear.
From what I understand, this is kind of like the grind, the metal grind from Robert Rodriguez meets a fantasy realm. So they go and wake up in a different dimension with monsters and beasts they have to kind of travel through. Very interesting stuff.
Interesting. Gabriel Walter, your interior artist, is the main cover here that we have at $3.99. What's our other options? Well, we could turn around and always have a Lemire cover, right? If he's going to do his book, he's going to do a cover.
Of course.
Guy's got talent. $4.99 for that. If you like this Crowbar Road kind of thing. And your last cover is Javier Fernandez. That also is $4.99.
All right.
Choices abound. AWA brings you a new #1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say it's Russian.
I think you're right.
I'm going to go with the nesting doll and the whole, how the O is written in Red Zone there.
Yep. On this one, Red Zone, Randall Crane, an unassuming American professor of Russian and Slavic studies at NYU, is called in by the U.S. government for a secret international mission back to Russia, where his long-buried secrets come to light. So we're going to find out on his mission that he might be a little bit more than just a professor.
That seems logical. And who's our writer?
Our writer there is Cullen Bunn.
That's the Bunster.
That's correct.
So
mandatory.
Cullen Bunn, Mike Diodato doing not only the alternate cover on this, but also doing some interior work on this. Main cover is by Raza.
Mm-hmm.
That is $3.99. But there is your Diodato alternate.
As is custom.
Yes. This is how AWA roll.
Uh-huh.
We get a Diodato on as a alternate cover for the #1 issue. This is one I didn't quite get. There wasn't a description, but then I was like, oh, all right. Dark Horse brings you Skull and Bones, Savage Storm.
Yes, so for those of you with a keen eye, this is from the video game genre of Skull and Bones. This is an MMORPG that's played everywhere. It's a 3-part mini kind of diving into that world, so pirates and pirate fun.
A little story, a little lore, a little fun. Plus Bach on your main cover here for the #1. $3.99 on this. Again, Richie did hit on it. This is a 3-part mini, so if you're like, oh, I love that thing, add me for the 3, you know how long it's going to be.
Very little commitment problems there.
Nah, just a little bit of fun, kind of a little accessory to your game. DC is putting out a monster special here.
Yeah, huge book here.
Shazam!
It's correct.
Shazam! Fury of the Gods special. Shazamily Matters.
That's right.
Is the full official absolute name to this.
Correct.
The main cover is Jim Lee.
It is.
And that you've got the entire family hanging around there. This, I think there's a movie, maybe?
Yes, I did tie everyone that is currently getting new champion Shazam to this. I don't believe it's tied to the story. This is going to be a unique one-shot kind of focusing on the characters from the cinematic universe.
If you would prefer a photo variant, that is also available.
Which I think is really kind of cool. I like
it
that
is
photo variant.
big, huge, meaty, $9.99 book.
Mm.
Marvel brings you a #1. Bringing back a character that keeps dabbling in and out.
Yeah, it's been a minute since Cosmic Ghost Rider, so I'm really happy to see him back with an ongoing series.
If you guys have not read the Donny Cates stuff, which was a blast to turn around and find the Thanos story where the origin of this was, Cosmic Ghost Rider is Frank Castle way out in the future.
Yes.
having a good old time. Doesn't look like he's playing dad right here.
No.
Maybe that's not part of this storyline here, but he's got his own stuff going on here. Valerio Giangordano is the cover artist on this one for $4.99. Options are Stegman.
Yes.
Ryan Stegman will give you.
Feels like you should get a Stegman when it comes to Cosmic Ghost Rider.
That's really fair. That's really, really fair. $4.99 for Stegman. Or we have the 1 in 25 variant here, which is by Nick Roach. That is $24.99.
Featuring his awesome cosmic motorcycle.
There's a fandom for that. Spinning out of our Amazing Spider-Man pages.
Yes.
So this is Hollow's Eve, the character. This is just a one-shot.
Mm-hmm.
So don't have to, again, another one of these quick and easy. Just telling a little tale here about the new character that some people have gravitated to.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Dowling on your main cover here for $3.99. And oh my, is it this month?
It's this month.
Is it time to start?
Yes, it is.
All right, guys, here it is. The Alex Ross Villains timeless variants have started up this month.
So let me calm some of you that are sweating. Anyone that was buying all of the Alex Ross variants before have already been added to these Alex Ross covers.
Yeah, see, we
think ahead, going on.
We want to make sure that if you're like, oh man, I can't miss out, you have the option. If for whatever reason you didn't want it, let us know.
Yeah.
We'll turn around and absolutely sell it to somebody else who's begging for it.
Correct.
Green Goblin is on our Alex Ross on this one here, $4.99.
Mm-hmm.
We also have, is that our germ?
That's our germ, not to be completely outdone.
I mean, there's going to be some choices here, aren't there, this month? $4.99 for this. Are you a fan, Rose Bash?
Yes, and I think it's a great cover. I think we this might be the greatest hits over here. Rose Bash, Alex Ross.
You're definitely they brought the heat.
Mm-hmm.
One of the ones I like a lot, Stephanie Hans.
Freaking Stephanie Hans, man.
That's pretty good. You got some choices to be made, guys. If you're looking at saying, "Oh, I'm going to buy the best cover," good luck.
Yep.
$3.99 on the main, $4.99 on any of the others. Again, Ross, Artgerm, Besh, and Hans.
Goodness.
Oof. Another number one, which I would personally have a huge appreciation if everybody in the universe bought 5 of these this week.
This might be, at least from what I know, Keith's favorite comic book.
I obviously estimated this to be the biggest book of the century.
Yeah.
Because somehow when I wanted 25 copies of this thing, I fat fingered it to 225. So we might have some depth on this one.
Yes,
we got some inventory.
We have some for you, is what we're saying.
It's really nice that your distributor also does this, and then there's a 1 in 25, but they're like, oh, you don't get those because you didn't ask for those.
We didn't ask for it, so we only have.
I didn't know I was asking for that many, but I Am Iron Man is here. And, man, you should buy it. It's amazing. It's the greatest book that's ever been written. It will go down as the best thing that you've ever had in your collection of the century.
I did make sure to bring a little synopsis so we can talk about this just a little bit.
Wait, there's story?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
This is the history of Iron Man. It's actually a celebration of the 60th anniversary of Tony Stark. This is telling stories never seen before that are set in the iconic areas of his upcoming. So no better way to celebrate than getting into watch him be Earth's mightiest hero who we love so much.
Save Keith from his 200 copy mistake. $3.99 on your main cover, which was done by Ad Idonton.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't think I got that right.
I don't think so.
I don't think I'm right.
I had to really specifically copy and paste that one.
Juan Cabal on this one here, the 1 in 25 that we have one of, no matter how many you qualify for. $24.99 for that. I'm going to be calling up Jonathan and Wayne and saying, hey, guys, I hope you got enough of this, man. It's so hot. It's so hot. Rogan Gambit, number 1. The last time we had these two teamed up in a solo book and all this, Mr. and Mrs. X.
Yes.
So it's been a minute.
It has been a while.
Believe it's Stephanie Phillips that's writing this. $3.99 on your main book. Destiny Strikes Again. Krakoa is on a precipice. Destiny alone can see what's coming, but the precog cannot act. For that, she'll need her adoptive daughter, Rogue. Husbands need not apply.
I don't think she wants Gambit there.
I gotta think that most of the time when you're trying to get something done in all this, Gambit's probably the wild card
Yeah,
and not really helpful.
Just in the way, yes.
Main cover here by Steve Morris, $3.99 on that. We do have some variant options here. Mark Aspinall, $4.99.
Not bad.
That's good looking.
Yeah.
It's really good. Oh gosh, there's
Whoops.
Alex Ross coming in again. This time we get Mystique. And very, very well thematic there to a Rogue book,
I would
right?
agree with that, yep.
Well played, Marvel, $4.99. The Stormbreakers variant is Louis Wernick,
Yep,
$4.99. Great colors on that.
absolutely. Loved it.
And the 1 in 25.
Another one I really like.
This is Zu Orozu,
Yeah.
$24.99 on that. Orozu's had some hot variants in the past.
I like the take on the facial structure for Rogue in that. Real good.
Stylish. Marvel's not done. We got more ones.
Yeah. You thought. They're not.
We told you, there's options this week. You want to start something new? We got you covered.
This is technically the second issue of this.
Kind of
There was
a
a
1-ish,
zero. Yeah.
2-ish. There was a 0.
There was a 0 here.
Spider-Gwen Shadow Clones
Mm-hmm.
with the amazing David Nakayama on your main cover here. $4.99 for this. But it's Gwen, so you know there's going to be variants.
Oh,
Some
yeah.
really great ones here. Vila, $5.99.
Always great.
That one is Casa Grande, I think. No.
Yeah, that's correct.
Is that right?
Yep, Casa Grande.
It almost kind of looks a little Bengal, but
Ooh, good. That was close, but you'll see that later.
Greg Land.
Mm-hmm.
See, I remember some of the names when I did the ordering. Yeah, that's Bengal.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's definitely Bengal on that one for $5.99.
Yes.
And the 1 in 10 is actually a design variant by Peach Momoko.
That is correct.
So if you notice, that character seems very much like somebody who's going to be Doc Ock related. That makes sense. But Spider-Gwen Shadow Clone story kicks off with the number 1. Plenty of options there. I do say don't sleep on that Greg Land because Spider-Gwen and Greg Land have a history.
We sure do.
Spider-Man Unforgiven.
Yes.
This kind of threw me off when I was checking books in yesterday because I was thrown off on the variant covers. But
You and me both. I wrote this. There was a huge, long description.
basically,
Basically, it's a vampire war, and Spider-Man stuck in the middle of it.
seems fair.
There's the forgiven and the unforgiven vampires, and they're attacking each other.
Tim Seeley writing. We've got $4.99 on this. I think it was only a one-shot.
Okay.
So Kyle Hotz on your main cover here. And then
I saw this variant, and I was like, this Stormbreaker has some serious legs. And then I was like, oh, it's Nick Klein.
you're like, oh, yeah, I know
I
that.
think he'll make it.
Yeah, it's a little weird that Stormbreaker was supposed to originally be these guys. Hey, you don't know a lot about these guys yet.
Yeah.
And then you go back and you realize that, wait a minute, all these guys have been doing art for a long time.
Nick Klein's been around a minute.
Whatever. $5.99 on the Nick Klein
But that's a gorgeous cover.
Stormbreaker.
I love it.
Or $5.99 on the Nick Klein variant. Guys,
Yes,
why you
they're
gotta
both
use
Nick Klein.
you gotta use the same guy twice?
Yeah. How are you
That-
going to put his Stormbreaker out?
It
when
really
he has
throws
his
me off
variant?
on my naming.
That's very true.
That's really, really off on that.
There you go. But I really do like that Stormbreaker variant.
No, I think actually when you look at the pencils on that,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely amazing. Our last number 1 of the week to offer you out is Buffy the Last Vampire Slayer special. So this story has had pieces before.
Yeah, correct.
Now we're on a this is kind of a, I don't know if it's a wrap up. I don't want to call it that because I don't know.
It's basically, you thought it would have ended happily ever after, but nothing lasts forever. This is 4 years after that takes place, the last Vampire Slayer. Now there's a special featuring some of the loose ends that came from the series.
Okay, that seems fair.
Mm-hmm.
This is Anadito on the main cover here for, it's a bigger, heftier book, $7.99.
Mm-hmm.
And then we do have a couple variant options here. The 1 in 15 is by Riku Murakami.
Very nice.
It's really nice looking. And the one per store here is Justine Florentino.
Right.
That's $29.99 for the Florentino.
Very clean variants on that.
Really nice looking. But you Buffy fans get another piece of the last Vampire Slayer. And then it wouldn't be a hype show without hype, right?
That's right. Yes.
2 books here.
Uh-huh. And I had to get at least one in, right? Think we were going to do this whole thing without Batman?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
This was such a hot variant when it came out. They came back with a second print.
Yes.
That's your answer. You guys already know about this.
Correct.
I mean, it went as high as I saw 80 $90.
Yeah.
They were going crazy. But so they're like, okay, if everybody just wants the cover, because it's an amazing cover, again, Jack White of the White Stripes and of Third Man Records and all the different pieces that he does. They did this variant. It's kind of playing on the announcement that Joker's real name is Jack White, and they were like, oh, that's kind of fun. Oh, cool. Let's do something together. They did.
It's a cool celebration cover. I like it.
It's a fantastic cover. It's $4.99 for the second print on this. It's really cool, trippy done. Mm-hmm. And the other one that we've got.
That's right.
What is this, Richie?
This is Darkwing Duck, but don't be fooled. This isn't the new Darkwing Duck. This is the facsimile edition of Darkwing Duck in the 90s. So if you missed out or you've hammered your comic that you had back in the day, they came out with issue to celebrate the release of new Darkwing Duck through Dynamite. They have a facsimile edition, just like they did with Gargoyles.
It is a ridiculously tough comic to find. It is a really good choice for a facsimile edition. Darkwing Duck #1, reprinting all of its glory from back then. $3.99.
There you go.
And that's a show.
That is all we have time for on the hype. There are just a bunch of #1s, so hopefully you do a little bit of homework and figure out which journey you want to go on. Outside of that, we will be hosting a stream sale tomorrow. Catch us then, and have a great new comic book day.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys. Have a good one.